there is two kinds of truth. One truth it is the word of God, and another truth is your reality. Ungaloda reality one, the word of God is different. So many times reality cannot be denied. Reality na, if somebody is sick, their sickness cannot be denied. இல்லையா, அது அவங்க சிக்கா இருக்கிறாங்கன்னு இல்லை நீங்கள் சுகமாக இருக்கிறீங்க நம்ம பொய் சொல்லவும் முடியாது. சிக்கா இருக்கிறவங்க சிக்கா தான் இருக்கிறாங்க. But there's another truth, that is the word of God, which says you are healed by his stripes. So there are two kinds of truth. நம்ம எதை நம்புறோன்றது தான் நமக்கு ரொம்ப முக்கியம். Irrespective of your situation, உங்க சிச்சுவேஷன் வேற மாதிரி இருக்கலாம், your symptoms could be different, but you are not believing in that, rather you are believing in what? அது உண்மைதான். சில பேருக்கு கடன்ல இருக்கிறீங்க, அது உண்மைதான். ஆனா but rather you choose to believe something else. You choose to believe another truth, which is the word of God, which says by my stripes you are healed. I will supply all your needs. It takes faith. It takes faith to do that. It takes faith to say that. No matter what. And situation எப்படி இருக்குது, I mean, for example, we don't have money to pay for a certain thing. இருந்தாலுமே we have faith on the truth, which is the word of God. We say, my God will supply all my needs according to his riches and glory. புரியுதுல்ல, எங்க வீட்டில் எங்க பாட்டிக்கு சுகம் இல்லைதான். I mean, அது வந்து is it true or not? நீங்க கண்ணால பார்க்குறீங்க, but then you believe in something else called she is healed by the stripes of Jesus, which is more true. எது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். So for that, to believe that, it needs faith. அதுக்கு பேர் தான் அது faith. What is faith? Hebrews 11:1. ella edunga, Hebrews 11:1. Faith is a substance of things hoped for, and then the evidence of things that are not seen. So which is truth? Faith is evidence of things that is not seen. உங்களுக்கு சுகம் வேணும்ன்றது 100% true, but what is faith now? Faith is a evidence of things that is not seen. What is the thing that is not seen? By his stripes you are healed. அதை நீங்க இன்னும் பார்க்கல, ஆனா நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க? You believe it. When you believe it, what will happen? It will start manifesting in your physical. It will start manifesting in the physical realm. இப்போ நீங்க வந்து you are not lying, but you are denying the other truth and holding on to the stronger truth, which is the word of God. Okay. Sometimes the physical realm could be something that is brought by the devil, or something that is brought by your own experience. நீங்களே போய் எதிராக விழுந்திருப்பீங்க. It could be various reason for the situation that you are into. But the thing is, you need to always focus on the word of God, what the word of God talks about your situation. உங்க situationக்கு word of God என்ன சொல்லுது? That is the truth, and that is the real reality. அதான் உண்மையான, அதான் நிச்சயம். Okay, so sometimes devil can deceive you with something. நீ இப்படி இருக்கிறப்பாரு, he can only plant lies on you. Sometimes reasoning, sometimes questioning, it is all okay as long as it is in line with the word of God. If it contradicts the word of God, நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்? Immediately you have to deny that and hold on to the truth, which is the word of God. எத்தனை பேருக்கு இதுல புரிஞ்சிச்சு? There are two kinds of truth. One is your reality. Reality is true. Your reality is true. Many of us don't know how we got into that, but your reality is true. Whatever situation that you're going through, whatever situation that you are in is true. But then there's another truth, which is the word of God, which we have to hold on to. எத்தனை பேருக்கு புரியுது? In the same way, there is two kinds of faith. So today I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to give you two examples from these faith. One faith is faith of Abraham. Another faith is a faith of Thomas. The faith that Abraham had was a spiritual faith, a heart faith. We'll name it what? Heart faith. What is it called? Heart faith, which is only based on what God said. And then there's another faith, which is Thomas's faith. Thomas also had faith, but Thomas's faith was a natural faith. Natural faith, a human kind of faith. அவன் சொன்னா, unless I see, unless I touch, I will not. I mean, ஆண்டவர் எனக்கு ஏதாவது பண்ணாதான் நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்? சர்ச்சுக்கு வருவேன். இது காட்டினாதான். Okay, many are there like this. I mean, ஆண்டவர் இது பண்ணிருவாரா? Can you prove me that your God is real? Can you show me that? So this is a human faith. This is natural to everybody. That needs proof. That needs always proof. So Thomas's faith was based on physical evidence, and he only believed what he could see. He only believed what he could see, and not what God said. Adha nama paakalam. We will look at it in the Bible, John chapter 20 from 24 to 29. Unless I see அவர் காயப்பட்ட கரங்களை நான் பார்க்குற வரைக்கும் நான் என்ன பண்ண மாட்டேன், நான் நம்ப மாட்டேன். ஆண்டவர் உயிர் தெழுந்து அவங்களுக்கு he showed himself to other disciples, but Thomas did not believe it. இல்லையா? So he said, unless I see, I will not. நான் பார்க்குற வரைக்கும் நான் என்ன பண்ண மாட்டேன், நம்ப மாட்டேன். Blessed are those who are not seen and yet have believed. புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க நல்லா. New Testament, God is a God of grace. Even when you question him, he does appear. He does appear and show himself. He is graceful. But then what he says in the end, என்ன சொல்றாரு? Blessed are those who, so that is faith. Imagine if only Abraham had told, ஆண்டவரே நீங்க பிசிக்கலா எனக்கு காட்டுற வரைக்கும் நான் என்ன பண்ண மாட்டேன், நம்ப மாட்டேன்னு சொல்லியிருந்தா ப்ராமிசஸ் எல்லாம் ஏப்ரஹாம் கிடைச்சிருக்குமா? இல்ல. So he wouldn't have received any of God's promises if Abraham had done the same thing. But rather, what did Abraham do? He believed in his heart. ஆண்டவர் சொல்லிட்டார், நான் என்ன பண்றேன், போறேன். So common sense tells us that a 99-year-old man and a 90-year-old woman cannot have children. எத்தனை பேர் புரியுது? Common sense. It's a common sense, இல்லையா? If only Abraham had gone by the senses. Common sense ன்றாங்கல்ல. One of my student இப்படிதான், I was giving them some test. ரொம்ப simple answer. Elder sister was telling younger sister, use your common sense and write the. That answer definitely needed a common sense. Use your common sense and write the answer அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. So common sense is good, but it is not good. It is when it comes in contrary with the word of God, it makes no sense at all. So a common sense would tell a 99-year-old man and a 90-year-old cannot. Yet Abraham believed in the promise of God, and he is the father of many nations. Did it happen to him or not? எதனால் ஆச்சு? Because of his faith. Because he believed in the unseen. He believed in the காணக்கூடாதவைகளின் நிச்சயம் தான் என்னது? Faith. He believed in the unseen. Now let's go to Romans chapter 4, 17 to 21 பண்ணலாம். God calls things that are not as though they are. அப்போ ஆண்டவர் என்ன போய் சொல்றாரா? இல்ல. So God kind of faith is different. God kind of life is different. So faith in believing God is different. இல்லாததை இருக்கிற மாதிரி அழைக்கிறது தான் நம்முடைய தேவன். That's the power of the word of God. That's the power of the word of God. Okay? You may not see health in your body, but then when you call for it, what will happen? What will happen? இல்லாதது என்ன ஆகும்? உங்க சரீரத்துல manifest ஆகும். But where does it start from? It starts from the inside of you. It starts from the inside of you. Abraham believed from heart. He did not go by his senses. That is faith. Look what Abraham is doing. If you want to get Abraham's blessings, your thought process has to change. The way you think has to change. I mean, if you still go by what you see, if you still go by what you feel, if you still go by what reasoning, logic, common sense, idella irukum, but then the word of God says something else. Okay, so faith comes by hearing and hearing the word of God. When you fill yourself with the word of God, that becomes a reality in your life.